Hi there, and this is Awesome Enrollment's business case for information technology control and audit. All right, so for our mission, many of today's post-secondary institutions find themselves struggling to increase enrollment in ever-crowded educational landscape. Awesome Enrollment's mission is to work closely with universities to increase their enrollment rates through unique marketing tactics involving strong outreach methods. We will continue to grow awareness to fulfill universities' enrollment goals. About the company of Awesome Enrollment. Awesome Enrollment is a large business in the education industry located in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Awesome Enrollment is ran by 500 employees who use growth through investment to meet their goals. As of right now, Awesome Enrollment has a medium threat level with a high compliance environment. Awesome Enrollment is driven by 4 departments: administration, accounting, financial department, and creative and marketing team. Each have their own important roles in order to keep company policy and goals in place. Every department, without exception, must comply to its compliance and audits when they are implemented. Company's objectives. Awesome Enrollment has a few important objectives that we let when working with clients. For foremost, we determined our growth and outlined by the following objectives. We would like to see an increased enrollment rate by 12% annually, increased overall interest 25%, diversify revenue streams, provide university with steady engagement, provide university with constant social media presence through digital marketing. Overall, help university to maintain a steady enrollment rate. For company IT landscape, for Awesome Enrollment, this is how we broke down our company landscape regarding IT involvement. We based the landscape on 2 main categories: landscape and software, and hardware and network. For IT landscape, we have role of IT in company, IT sourcing, IT implementation methods, technology adoption strategy. For our software, we mainly use Gmail, Salesforce CRM system, customer portal, and customer information database. For hardware and network, we use laptops with the necessary accessories and desktops with the necessary accessories. Media, we have Escape workstations. For network, we use a VPN, virtual private network, and two-step authenticator, and single sign-on. For this slide, we wanted to focus on a particular legal and regulatory impact that we had to implement frequently throughout this business case. Regarding to Sarbanes-Oxley Act 2002, Awesome Enrollment focuses on this act because we do a lot of the mandatory accounting oversight. In order to fully comply and prevent authorization non-compliance violations regarding federal and state, and particularly the U.S. Department of Education, Awesome Enrollment must keep tight practice regarding the Oxley Act 2002. All other following legal and regulatory acts were frequently used to protect valuable data that is used in Awesome Enrollment and with the close working stakeholders. Awesome Enrollment must be aware of the risks that are involved within the company. Understanding the IT area where the threat source lives, along with calculating the risk level, is important for creating the best policy process controls for the risks involved in the company. Awesome Enrollment risks are based mostly around partner risk and relationships. As a company that partners with multiple universities, it is important to find separate budgets into each universities. We run a large risk at losing a lot of revenue if we focus solely on one university stakeholder. This can become a problem if they decide to leave our company and we lose a lot of revenue. A particular risk that is taken very seriously is the process to securing data completely, because we are responsible for securing each university's enrollment data. So this is crucial because we are responsible for a lot of the university's data, and that involves who is enrolling and their information regarding how they pay for class. This next slide, business policy, process, and controls. Through the risk, we are able to implement a plan to take care of the risks that are facing Awesome Enrollment. Through business policy, processes, and controls, we are able to implement risks that will not only protect Awesome Enrollment as a company, but follows government compliance as well. For Awesome Enrollment, we complete an in-depth aligned plan and organization plan. We did not want to post all the APO COBIT objectives, but instead felt it would be better to give an overview of how we use APO in our business case. We noticed a pattern while working with APO. Our main COBIT objects are based around managing a strong relationship involving human resources with our stakeholders. We implemented strict process involving following up with partners and giving departments a time frame that they need in order to get back to the stakeholders. We continue to implement frequent emails and conference calls in our controls in order to keep strong communication between stakeholders. This is the other part of the APO. Next, we have Build, Acquire, and Implement section, also known as BAI. Through these COBIT objectives, we are able to determine how to acquire the goals we have set for ourselves as Awesome Enrollment. Through an intense framework, we are able to complete a set of strategies in order to implement those policies throughout every department in Awesome Enrollment. Our BAI objectives are focusing mainly around managing assets and operation in order to fully meet stakeholders' expectations from us as a partner company. We believe in our policies and processes are followed, taken seriously, it will show in our work. As a group, we felt this section held a lot of importance since it gives us a framework of how we finally implement and acquire the best processes for the company. We feel stakeholders have a higher chance of staying with the company if they are noticing the strong management that is being implemented by that said company. Next, we're going to overview deliver, service, and support. This is very important in order to focus on a partner and resolve any operation and problems that may arise. With our in-depth layout, we can properly conduct and build strategies to identify problems and manage communication behind those said problems with our partners. This is critical to Awesome Enrollment because we are working directly with our clients to bring quality support and service. Understanding the importance of deliver, service, and support can make or break a company since we are client-based, customer service type of company. We rely on those strong relationships that are built between our partners. Last but not least, we have monitor, evaluate, and assess the section. With our outstanding goal of 100% transparency between stakeholders and Awesome Enrollment, I think it really sets the tone for what we are trying to cover in our business case. Maintaining trust in operations through strong relationships between departments and CEO is what gives us skills to report a consistent material back to our stakeholders. Beating those benchmarks and building those gaps, we set ourselves in a clear reflection of how we are using our processes to contribute to the overall goal and serving our partners and stakeholders. This slide, I'm going to go over Awesome Enrollment's recommendations for companies. Finding separate people that can overlook policies and procedures while being able to implement separation of duties throughout each department will become beneficial for the company. Useful tool for business to grow a strong relationship and trust foundation with clients. Strong trust and communication through clients allows business to understand exactly what each of their clients are looking for regarding internal and external controls. Understand that IT controls are there to help reach revenue goals and increase operations. Filling the gaps between department and IT policies with the company overall goal will be most beneficial for the business. Following these recommendations will help push employees to implement those policies for a better being of their business. Last, I wanted to go over our group learning. As a group, we learn not only about what it takes to audit a company, but we learn what it feels like to take each section of the interval and learn new concepts as we went. Our group found early on that this was going to be an in-depth research into each step for auditing. This gave us a chance to make our own rules as a company and figure out what we want to how we want to structure and run the company. We all had different ways of really trying to put ourselves in the minds of an auditor. This could be challenging at times since we were digesting so much new material each week at a very fast pace. Working together as a group solely online was a challenge that I know we all learned from. Each group member found their strengths and weaknesses. We all had different ways of communicating and working. Critical part of this class was learning how to adapt to multiple people's working strategies and communication methods. This obviously would bring up frustrations and challenges that we had to adapt and learn from. Understanding that each person has lives and schedules outside of this project resulted in us learning how to work through those time management skills and working through them. Separation of duties was critical in order for us to separate each task evenly in order to get the best result out of it. This is the end of the presentation. Thank you for listening.